Good afternoon from the National Weather Service office in Gaylord. Welcome to the latest hazardous weather briefing for eastern upper and northern lower Michigan. Today is Tuesday, June 11th, 2013. The main hazards upcoming over the next couple of days will be pretty minimal. We do have the threat for some isolated thunderstorms through about 9 o'clock this evening across parts of eastern upper and northeast lower Michigan, although no severe thunderstorms are expected. Once we get beyond tonight, it looks like most of the active weather will be south of northern Michigan, and not a whole lot of weather is anticipated over the next couple of days. It should be fairly mild on Wednesday, and then we'll see temperatures cool off a bit for the end of the week. Here's a look at the current weather map, and we see a couple areas of low pressure, one moving into the northeastern U.S., and a second over the central plains states, and there's another frontal boundary that extends across parts of Ontario down into the upper Midwest and into Nebraska. It's this upstream frontal boundary across the Midwest that will be the focus for shower and thunderstorm development tonight and through the day on Wednesday. And there is the potential for a fairly significant outbreak of severe thunderstorms to our west and south over the coming 24 to 36 hours. There's been a lot of talk of potential derecho, or a long-lasting, strong high wind event associated with the complex of thunderstorms, and some of that may creep into parts of far southern lower Michigan during the day on Wednesday, but that threat will be well south of northern Michigan. That frontal boundary will be just too far south for us to really see any impacts out of that. Here's the forecast map. By Wednesday afternoon, we see the frontal boundary extending from parts of Iowa eastward across the Ohio Valley. And the area outlined in green is the area most likely to see rainfall with this frontal boundary. And the dark green areas and the dark red areas are the areas that will most likely see thunderstorm activity Wednesday afternoon. Again, that will be mostly south of the I-96 corridor in lower Michigan. By Thursday morning, an area low pressure begins to pull off to the east, and we have high pressure building in from the northwest. We'll see some increasing northerly winds on Thursday that will usher in some cooler temperatures, along with some drier air. We'll especially see that drier air, the impacts of that on Friday, as dew points will fall off rather dramatically, and temperatures will probably be a couple degrees cooler than average. And by Saturday morning, we see that high pressure pretty much firmly entrenched across the Great Lakes region. Here's the 3-day precipitation forecast. This runs from tonight through Friday night, and we see across northern Michigan not a whole lot is expected. The heaviest corridor of precipitation will run from the Dakotas across the upper Mississippi River Valley and then into the lower lakes in the northern part of the Ohio Valley, which is the corridor of expected significant severe weather over the coming couple of days. And here is the day 2 severe weather outlook. This is valid for Wednesday. And again, you see a moderate risk across parts of Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. That is the expected corridor of some of the most significant weather, both high winds and tornadic potential during the day on Wednesday. So again, from a hazards perspective, as far as northern Michigan is concerned, just some isolated or scattered thunderstorms this evening across parts of the eastern UP and northeast lower Michigan, but severe storms are not expected. And then beyond that, it should be fairly quiet. Most of the activity, from a significant standpoint, will be farther to the south. That concludes this hazardous weather briefing for this afternoon. Thank you for listening in. The next update is expected around 5 a.m. Wednesday morning.